What is a jet engine?
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That's how it works, baby.
What we do on this podcast is we educate the listener, and we just taught them how a jet engine works.
I really talk about us as being the picks and shovels for next generation weaponry. If you lose your oil system in the sky, you can't just pull over to the side of the road. Like single engine fighters and rotorcrafts, they go down. Like there's been tragic deaths, and you're losing $10+ million assets minimum, right?
Robert Sladen is the chairman and CEO of Zulu Pods, a company pioneering next-generation lubrication and fluid delivery systems for aerospace and defense applications.
I totally believe that there is going to be supersonic commercial travel in our future.
I mean, there's a lot broken with the whole procurement thing. The main one is, though, the pathways for small business.
I think one of the biggest problems, one of the things that should be fixed is just the timelines of the contracts.
It's the Department of War now.
Why can't you guys, figure out how to control your costs? And it's like, I mean,
this is where we get down and dirty. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Thanks for having us.
This is where we fucking get down and dirty.
I love it.
For the record, state your full name, please. Middle name included.
Robert Thomas Sladen.
I like that.
Reporting for duty here.
Were you military?
No.
Oh, no.
But I got the high and tight haircut today, just for this show.
I mean, me too.
Red, white, and blue too, baby, today.
I know. You're looking good. I'm going full Alex Karp vibe. So
you got that's a nice head of lettuce.
I'm going full crazy. No, okay. This is also part of fundraising. You got to go like a little crazy. Like that. This is, my God. This guy might be wild. SBF style, bro. I got a Almeida Capital or whatever.
Well, the unkept here also I think gives the vibe of, hey, I'm grinding. I'm grinding all the time. I don't have time for haircuts. I like to wear bathing suits a lot, so that way I don't have to put on underwear. So one less thing I got to do in the morning.
Exactly. You're too busy grinding.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it all the look all helps from a capital raise standpoint.
So Zulu Pods is not a nicotine company.
No, we're not competing with Zyn.
I'll tell you this though. I thought this was a free country, but they banned these geek bars.
Oh, really?
They've banned them now. There's a shop down the street. She said she has 500 left, and there's no more.
And how are you putting an order for all 500?
I told her I was just here before we started airing or filming this right now, and I told her I was like I might come back and buy all 500 of these because it's a black market.
You're like I'm joking, but not really.
I mean, these are made in China. Obviously, China's the enemy. But I thought this was a free country, bro. There's no they're not listening on the geek bar.
So that's just a nicotine product.
Mm-hmm.
So is that the company itself that got banned, or in general are we banning those things in the country?
All foreign.
Oh, I see.
Nicotine vapes.
Okay.
Are banned, especially flavored ones.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're bad for you. But, I mean,
what isn't
bad for you?
That could be another, so there's an opportunity there, huh? To be a domestic vape.
Do you know what happened with, what was the pods, the Juuls?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Juul had flavored Juuls.
Yeah, I remember them.
Now they just have nicotine or menthol. So they don't taste good for the kids.
Oh,
but I should be allowed to kill myself if I want. This is America.
I mean,
this is what we were promised. It's like some bullshit. I'm gonna tell Trump, what are we doing here? I'm grinding my ass off.
Bring back the flavors.
Yeah, I'm grinding my ass with the team here. We're building this gun turret, and I can't nicotine vape. This is already stressful enough. I need my dopamine hit.
I was walking in here. I said to you and Steve. I said to. There was one thing at the Capitol Factory. A couple things you said that I laughed at. One other thing that I heard though that I didn't say before we got here was I liked your story about selling what you were doing to investors, right? And they were like, yeah, but I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can invest in a gun company.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, I mean, we don't make the bullets, we don't make the gun, we just make the control system to control it. And then they were like, oh, okay, well. In that case, then we're in.
Yeah. We can't actually make the gun. It's so funny. All these products help with war. It's the Department of War now, and and they're but they decide they just randomly decide.
Yeah, what's the line? Where that line is, and I just thought it was. I mean,
I have a theory.
It was just a humorous way to it was just that subtle oh, okay, well, if that's the case, just that one or two sentences push them over the edge. It feels like it's a fuzzy like the line is not
It's
really
very
a line.
blurred.
Yeah,
But
it's so blurred.
I have a theory on this though. I actually think that nothing they say is true. They can invest in anything. It's just like an easy way to like let you down.
Yeah, I think and
I told them,
it's the same thing as like the other things that they say instead of just a hard no. Like we're like chemically designed as humans to not want to like let people down.
Exactly.
So we always are coming up with things to like make it a little softer of a landing.
Of course, of course. So wait, this is your first startup?
First startup.
What were you doing before?
Before this, I spent about 15 years at Pratt Whitney designing jet engines.
Okay.
And then that's some of that background obviously helped with
So you're like mechanical engineer?
Mechanical engineer by education, and then I'm like, but I always joke, I'm the least mechanical. I'm the worst engineer. I'm the least mechanical engineer. I can't fix anything. I don't know how to fix anything. I'm pretty useless,
Nice.
from a technical standpoint. Like
You got the
I can talk to engineers, but that's about it.
You got the pull up the Qualtrics CEO. You got the Qualtrics CEO vibe. Do you know who this guy is?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should really lean it. So I'm leaning into the Alex Karp look.
Yeah.
There's a guy that did like a company that got bought by this that you got the vibe of. I'll figure once it'll come back.
We'll get it at some point this episode.
Click Ryan Smith anyway though. I want to see this LinkedIn profile. Oh yeah, there we go. See, he usually wears wears the straight brim.
Backwards.
He usually does. This is surprising because he usually does the straight.
Oh, okay.
But he's like a bro that built a $2 billion company and sold it.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, no, he's one of the goats. But this company. It did surveys. Like they just did like surveys as a service. Like you just like if you ever do like a survey like after like how was the product experience?
Yeah,
that's that. Yeah.
Did they roll it out like internal like internally within companies? We do this. We put out surveys to ask people how we're doing as a company.
They do that.
They do that too.
So like I study all software spaces, all of them as a hobby.
Yeah.
So like SurveyMonkey, Medallia, Qualtrics. That's like the leaders in that space.
Okay.
You've probably seen SurveyMonkey.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. MailChimp, all this marketing, sales tech, survey tech. It's my thing.
I see companies like this. I mean, I've now got to a point where anybody that owns a company, it's hard work. I don't care what they're selling. Like,
they're all hard.
They're all hard.
They're all hard.
And I'm not taking away from. I'm sure this was hard too.
Yeah.
But when I think about some of the tech like that, like we're trying to build and trying to do, man, it is so hard.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, so. If the harder the technical challenge, the fewer competitors.
Yeah.
But the easier the technical challenge, you will have a competitive area.
Sure.
And so you have to differentiate with great sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Whereas in this space, you don't really need as good of sales and marketing because you don't really have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with this.
Yeah, it's not too much.
Okay, so you were designing jet engines?
Yeah, I was. But again, back to.
But how does a jet engine work? Like, what is a jet engine?
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That's how it works, baby.
So like
we got shirts like that. I should have worn that one. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
This is great. Like I run the exotic AI turret. I don't even know, and I worked at naval reactors, so you would assume that. But I don't even know what an engine.
So the fan and the fan sucks in a bunch of air. This is for literally. We can explain it in forward.
Here we go. Perfect.
The fan sucks in a bunch of air, and within less than a second, it would suck in all the air times, a bit like a commercial jet engine or even a F-35. It would suck in all the air in this room, in milliseconds.
Yeah.
The compressor squeezes it.
Yeah.
So
pressurizes it.
Increases the pressure, and when you increase the pressure, you increase the temperature. The bang part is in the combustor. Then we add some fire.
Okay.
So we make it. We blow it up.
Jet fuel.
And then we blow it out the back. And so. How does a jet engine work? It's all just a function of the change in momentum or the change in velocity from the air that's coming in versus the air that goes out. It goes faster coming out, and that it creates thrust. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Well, I'll send you guys some of our shirts.
See, what we do on this podcast is we educate the listener, and we just taught them how a jet engine works, so they can thank us.
Yeah.
They can really thank us
in a few words.
Okay, so you did that, and then you were like, "I'm gonna start a company."
Well, my wife's one of the co-founders. She's brilliant, and there was a car ride. We were driving to Orlando with a couple of our little kids in the back, and there was some quiet time, and so we're as you as you would expect from a couple, jet engine engineers. We're talking about physics, and so she basically came up with this concept of the Tide Pod for the jet engine. So she said, "Hey, how about for little jet engines that only fly for like 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour? Which, if you look at the world now, it's all about expendable and attritable platforms.
Yep.
Why does it need a traditional oil system like the one we have in our car? Like, why does it need a circulating system? Why does it need a tank? I'm never going to fill the tank up, right? It just turns into a pile of rubbish." So that's how Zulu Pods and the Tide Pod for the jet engine was born. And a big part of our premise is thinking about things from a first principle standpoint. So a little bit of lube goes a long way.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that is true.
That's why we can package really small.
I wouldn't know. I'm a dry guy.
Systems.
Okay.
Hey, to each their own.
Dry guy.
So that's.
Okay, so
that's
this.
That little premise is how that concept was born. Basically, we unitize the functions of a tank and a pump all into one little pod. There's some magic that goes on inside the pod, but that essentially is just a simpler oil system for little jet engines.
So inside of here, there's oil?
There'd be oil in there. There's some other features that we use to meter it, and there's some other things that I don't have here. But I bring this pod around because
I like this.
It's an idea. It's an easy way to show people, hey, this thing can fit in the palm of my hand in a pocket. A normal oil system probably can't do that.
So like little jet engines, like I guess like Anduril.
Like if you look at Anduril, so Roadrunner is a perfect example. Or Barracuda. Look at their Barracuda missile line, right? So those products are using turbojets. They're probably like 70-pound, 100-pound thrust class.
Okay.
So in the back of that, there's a little turbojet behind it. This product would
the aerodynamics on this thing look terrible. what is it? Like compared to like a Lockheed missile?
Well, you would think it'd be circular, right, and not like a box.
Yeah, I don't know what the box is. Actually, pull up and for comparison, pull up the
right there. That's a little. That's the end of the exit of the jet engine.
It looks like a boat. I don't understand. Pull up for comparison. Pull up the Kongsberg missile. Like Kongsberg missile. We like to educate all the we like to go through all the products in the space on this show. There's like
it's called?
Hit images. No, you'll find it. It's
another good one to look at is like the Tomahawk.
Second picture. Look at this bad boy, like this thing.
Yeah, so that looks more that looks like some better aerodynamics.
Yeah, I was wondering what's with the. I don't really know a lot about aerospace, but maybe the Barracuda isn't horrible. Like I'm not.
Well, I think. I mean, and I'm way out of my.
We're not aerospace guys, but whatever.
My league here, but I have a feeling that some of these things it's just a function of like. There's enough thrust and
it doesn't matter.
The computer flies these things, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's probably it. This thing though looks fierce. I saw this in London.
That's pretty badass.
I saw this in London last week, up close and personal, and I was like, if you're a country on the receiving end of a bunch of these Kongsberg naval strike missiles, I mean that's not a good situation.
That thing looks pretty sweet. What were you doing there?
I was at just I was doing like biz dev, Okay. Always, so when you're like building a company, you're always trying to like network with your potential acquirers.
Sure.
Not that I'm selling.
Yeah.
Because we're going all the way.
Yeah.
For the investors. Yeah, obviously. But you always
feel that.
But you always have to all of the competitors, co-competitors, partners. You want to, as a founder, and I recommend this for you too. You're always trying to network with the leaderships of these companies.
Yeah.
Because you never know what happens 4 years from now.
Yeah.
So you just gotta they have to know about you.
Sure.
So I was just there.
Yeah.
I was hanging out.
I mean, it can never hurt, right?
No, it never hurts.
I mean, we always talk about let's try to make as many friends as possible.
As many. Like,
and hopefully some of those friends turn into some type of a business opportunity.
Later acquisition for this,
sure.
Or just partnership,
hiring,
yeah, whatever, anything. They might join your company.
Yeah.
Okay,
so might be crazy enough to join.
So let's say this is on the back of I guess go back to the Barracuda because I made an easier picture. So behind this would go. It'd
be like embedded in there somewhere.
Okay.
Right. So there's like a shell. Like that engine has some external architecture features, right? And all they're doing is wrapping that vehicle shell around the engine so you can't see it. So kind of what has happened for us is we've now, and I think this is true too for many founders. I'd be curious about your thoughts, but I think people go and they have a good idea in the beginning, and then the vision of what the company could be takes shape after that, like years after. Well,
Steve Jobs always says you can only connect the dots looking backward.
Yeah. So now we've, now if I were to sell Zulu Pods or when I'm pitching to investors, I really talk about us as being the picks and shovels for next generation weaponry. So being a company that can develop highly engineered components and subcomponents for future weaponry and sustainment. So now all around fluid delivery system technology. So now what we're doing is that actually small footprint oil system works well for backup oil systems in the sky. So you can imagine, like, if you lose your oil system in the sky, you can't just pull over to the side of the road. Like single engine fighters and rotorcrafts, they go down. Like there's been tragic deaths, and you're losing $10+ million assets minimum, right? So now, like, the Army has taken a liking for this small footprint backup system. We're working with, we're engaged with Boeing, Bell, Sikorsky, Honeywell.
So how do you? So your job is to get into their design phase.
Yes, the simple answer is yes. Fortunately, though, with that technology, especially for the little jet engines that power drones and missiles, we can retrofit an engine in like 10 minutes.
Okay, so you're able to.
We can leverage all the things that they already designed internally, and then come in and just say, hey, we'll plug this in, and we'll get rid of the other things you have. Like it'd be a nightmare from a total addressable market standpoint if we had to tell them, well, you got to actually design your system around us. It wouldn't work.
Well, do you have like a forward deployed engineer team? Are you familiar with that term?
No, I'm not.
It's what Palantir calls their sales engineers.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest term. They're trying
that's
to
like when they try to get them on site, or they get them embedded in the company, right? Like,
they're trying to make consultancy sound more badass. It's like, no, bro, you're a consultant. Like, these are consultants.
Data-rich consultants.
They're like, no, we're forward deployed engineers. We're hard. Like, we're hard asses. It's like, no, you're forward deployed loser.
It was just at Capital Factory. There's the team called USUL, USUL.
Oh yeah, USUL.
Yeah, and they're helping with like BD strategy stuff for software. Anyways, some of them came from Palantir.
They're kids, though. They're young.
They're so young. Capital Factory, though, was like a few weeks ago. It's the first time I ever even kind of understood what Palantir did. I was like, what do they do there? And he gave me an answer that even I could understand. So
that's pretty great. Well, USUL,
I really didn't know. Like, I had no idea.
USUL, horrible company name. I like the founders. I actually met one of them in Georgetown for like a beer a couple months ago. But we use Prism here at our company. We're investors in Prism. This podcast is actually sponsored by Prism. That's the USUL competitor.
Oh, really?
So no USUL talk, okay?
Wait, so
we're not
Prism
actually sponsored.
No, we're not. We're not sponsored by anything.
You got to give them some shout outs.
We're actually not sponsored. So, we're not actually sponsored by anything but Aloe.
And Celsius.
And Celsius. But like,
it's been ripped.
Well, the thing is, like, we don't want to be sponsored because we got to maintain our impartiality,
Well, and then you can say whatever you want if you're not
exactly.
If you have no sponsorships, right?
Yeah,
you're not worried about being canceled.
And I can vape my Geek Bar in peace here.
Yeah.
My mom's always like, "You shouldn't vape."
Have you had her on the podcast?
No, she's always like, "You're so unprofessional. Like, this is a serious industry. You shouldn't be vaping in your guest's face and stuff." And I'm like,
That's
Mom, I go, Mom, have you ever been in the military? No. Like, I have. And we got this smoke deck. Like, we're hanging out. We're smoking cigs in the engine room, bro. Like,
well, you were in the military in the past?
I was in the Navy, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For how many years?
5 years, yeah. When I was 21. I did ROTC.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Penn State.
Oh, okay, shit.
Yeah, I went to Penn State. Where'd you go?
Cool. I went to UConn.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you're not a college football fan?
I mean, I can't be. I came from UConn. I don't have any. Anything to really root for.
More basketball.
Yeah. I was there for when we won a national championship. Actually,
they always win.
Actually, I was at an event yesterday at some like Army Scout Ventures put on like a Army demand signal. There's all these like pop-up events happening now, this one actually was a good one.
Yeah.
But it was at George Mason's campus, and George Mason beat us in like the Elite Eight with a team that like should have went and won it again. I think I was a junior there. It was devastating. Still not over.
Well, they got Paige buckets now.
Yeah.
Or they had Paige. She's in the
she's now crushing in the WNBA.
She's in the WNBA though.
Yeah.
Was that the Kemba Walker run? Is that when you were
there?
there?
No. Kemba was like the year after I graduated, I think. And I'm also as much as I'm also the worst engineer, I'm terrible when it comes to remembering dates. Like some sports fans can remember like, every year. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I can't.
When did, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Oh man, I hope you were born my year. I'm 30. I'm about to be 39 next week.
Oh really?
Yeah. I thought he was a 1986 guy.
I'm in 84. December 84.
Yeah, we're an 86 shop.
Oh okay.
But that's fine. It's fine. You can be our big brother. You can be our big brother. All right. So
here, hold that part up to the camera so the viewers can see.
Oh yeah.
that.
No,
there it is.
The product.
Simplest simplest jet engine oil system that'll ever be created.
Known to man that will ever be created. So what's the out thing?
An even simpler one, that's just like a line, like some of this is like, it's like a toy.
Yeah,
in
of course.
There'd be a line that would hook up to there, and another line that would hook up to the other end. And then there's a bunch of ants marching in the line. That's what the little oil droplets look like. We also focus on, this is kind of like in the weeds and the geeky stuff, but on air oil mist. It goes back to this idea, a little bit of lube goes a long way. So typically jet engines are designed in a way where they just dump tons of oil into these systems, and then it's just inefficient. And so some of this product actually is created backwards in the sense of how should we design the system, what's the minimal amount of oil, and then how can we then, because that's possible, then you can create these simpler oil systems, these little devices that just have small footprints.
So this actually, this is dual use.
Oh yeah,
like
there is. So the other thing that we were talking about was as I was walking in here and took a swing on the simulator.
Nice swing, by the way. Great golf swing.
Thanks. I said to Steve, like, hey, you really made me laugh at this Capital Factory event. And the other thing was this idea of the stupidity around this dual use thing and companies trying so hard to make their things dual use. Now, sometimes it's real. But we are actually finding some dual use products or some applications for other products we're making. You can imagine, though, in the beginning with that first product, it was really hard to sell dual use technology because how many commercial drones fly at Mach 1 or Mach 2, right? So it didn't exist there, but we are starting to find some other use cases. Like our backup oil systems and some of the stuff we're doing with sustainment, there's commercial applications with that tech for sure.
The
other thing too, well, we're on this like dual use topic or rant, is like, if you are innovating, you are doing things that are solving problems. Like eventually, your next product or something you will do will find its way into the commercial space. Is my opinion. But it just takes time.
Of course,
it's like the same thing as you can only connect the dots looking backwards. Like that same type of comment.
A lot of times the government would prefer if you started commercially, though. Obviously,
because
they don't. There's a lot
easier.
of reasons. It's just they don't want to have to be the ones giving you all the money.
Yeah,
they want to get subsidized. By the commercial industry.
Yeah,
but
it's easier for them in the sense of like you're saying, they don't have to fund all the R&D work, right? Then they just get the benefits on the back end.
Yeah, that's ideal for the taxpayer.
Yeah,
but not ideal when you're making a weapon. I can't really dual use the bullfrog.
Yeah.
How
did you guys? So like what? So okay. So you go from sell a company. You're a software engineer like background.
Electrical engineer.
Okay. Yeah. And like how to like
code
by the way,
stuff.
you can code.
Yeah. I was self-taught.
Oh really?
When I was like 28, because I wanted to start a company.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to do this without any money?
Yeah.
So I learned.
And coding is a great way to.
So I learned to code.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
It's not hard though. It's easy to code if you've been like a double E. I think.
Yeah.
Like I think from double E you can kind of do any of the disciplines.
There's a piece of that makes a lot of sense to me because as like electrical engineering, I just like at least with mechanical engineering, like I could picture what like a bearing would look like. I could pitch.
Yeah.
EE, I could never. I'm like, I don't understand any of this stuff because I can't picture anything. Yeah. Coding is the same kind of thing where it's hard to sometimes I think picture it, but so you already have that background, so it's probably...
We actually just like to hire double E's for any role.
Yeah.
Like any role, because we just think they're good at everything.
Yeah, you
never
guys,
biased,
no,
but
for sure.
double E's.
I can see that. So, okay, so you I guess the control system piece then...
That's the controls.
Yeah, fits
the double E,
your background.
The firmware.
But how did, what was the problem or the gap that you saw that you're like, hey, let's automate, the use of...
We just saw we used to be in defense. I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And we studied the industry and stuff. And we just knew that all of the existing gun turrets weren't able to hit drones. And it's because of the control systems, and all the control systems from the primes and people who do that
so
stuff,
just
they just can't do it.
Like the gun turret. That's the thing that's controlling it.
Well, it's the electron. It's the pitch motor and there's two motors. Right? There's the pitch motor. There's the base motor, so it can do like this way and this way.
Yeah.
And then there's the control system, which is the software inside.
Sure.
That like gets it on target.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
But that control system though is just not.
The existing gun turrets aren't meant to hit small, fast-moving things.
I see.
And so we knew that was like a massive gap in the market.
Yeah,
and that was it. It's actually very straightforward. It's just literally taking old gun turrets and making them able to hit drones.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward.
How long, like when you say we, how many, how many co-founders or how many?
It's like me and Luke, and then Mike, our CEO, and then Eduardo. There's like 4 of us.
Okay.
Because in order to build this, it takes a lot of co-founders.
Yeah.
But because it takes a lot of like really capable robotics people. Because it's a lot of like the difference in the products, not to belittle Zulu Pods, but like this has a lot more product.
Sure,
inside
of course.
Of it.
Yeah.
Because we make all the motherboards, the motor controller. We write all the firmware, all the robot planning, motion planning code.
Yeah.
I mean, and then all of the steel. There's 270 machine parts. We do all that. So it's like,
oh wow, right. And you guys,
it's all of it. We do everything.
Fully vertically integrated.
We make all the circuits. It's everything. It's fully vertically integrated.
Oh wow,
because
that's awesome.
Because you have to control every piece of the robot. In order to hit the drone.
Yeah.
Which is another reason the industry doesn't do well at this, because they're always like partnering with different like they're doing like collabs.
Yeah.
But you actually have to control it all in one company.
Yeah.
Because you need to have full dominance over your robot.
Sure. Yeah.
To tell it exactly what to do and when, because it's the real time response. Like if you had one company writing the controls and one company doing the servo motors, and then you try to like have those 2 companies talk to each other, it's too much of a coordination challenge amongst humans across companies.
It's too hard to integrate it all.
Yeah. So like having it all under one roof is actually part of the like secret.
Yeah.
And a lot of like people don't realize.
That makes sense from a special sauce. Like that makes sense for sure.
What's actually another big thing that's really fun about it is that like most people look at it and they're like, oh, they're just like a integrator. They're putting together a bunch of other companies. We're actually not.
Yeah.
We're just doing it all ourselves.
Yeah.
And
that's really cool.
That's like the crazy thing about it. So maybe we'll figure out another product that uses a jet engine. Actually, we do have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't talk about it much, but we're building. It's called the Scourge. It's like a flying gun.
Oh,
so
really?
It's like imagine the gun. Imagine like the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
But with out of the barrel out of the nose is a barrel.
Yeah.
So it like flies up.
Yeah.
Shoots stuff.
So it's it's a shooting drone.
Yeah, it's like look at the A10 Warthog. A10. You ever seen the A10 Warthog?
No.
You study your military history, bro.
Oh, I'm getting it right here.
So the
start of it, anyways. Oh, okay. I've seen this thing. I've seen this guy before.
So it's like a miniature.
It's got the teeth in the front.
Yeah, the barrel out of the.
Oh yeah.
Tank killer.
It's a miniaturized A10 Warthog. That's what it is.
So
like a mini one.
Yeah, this is cool.
Autonomous though, no pilot, just like has the barrel out of the nose.
For sure.
And
you could make it smaller, more compact. So you could have swarm machine guns in the air.
Yeah, so we'll use this. Exactly, that's swarm machine
guns.
Yeah, so we have the ground one and the air one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then bullets.
How about underwater? Can bullets? What does that look like underwater?
I have an underwater. I have a water product too coming.
Yeah,
probably a couple years from now. But it's like a USV, like a boat that kamikazes.
Sure, yeah.
But instead of like on the waves, because waves suck, it hydroplanes. Yeah, I mean, we got all
I like
kinds
the
of
idea
products.
of like, and I don't know if this is just something that like very easily can go like underwater, above water, dive in like a dolphin, like type of like a weapon.
Yeah, I want to. That's actually
because if you think about like also like the ships in general, like
weapon.
Yeah, like something. But I mean, the key to taking down a ship is hitting it underneath the water, right? Like you can shoot it up top, but that's not gonna like once you get it once you damage it underwater, it's done.
Oh, for sure.
Just takes some time, but it's not coming back up.
Yeah.
Or it's not staying up.
I agree with that. So yeah, no, we'll work with you guys on our flying.
Are you guys gonna actually design the airframe and all that?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, wow,
we've kind of been playing with it, but
we can help. We can help
you there. We're mostly okay, good, because we're not like.
So we could make like right now we have the like Zulu Pods could make jet engines. Like we can make turbojets. We actually, but I don't think we're ever gonna go down that path. I'd rather just make really great components, and if we can make great components, then it's kind of like the picks and shovels model.
No, I
don't care who wins.
Yeah,
I just we
all America wins, bro. America wins.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it'd be cool to have like the little like the Scourge jet scramble, shoot the things, and come back.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's way better than an interceptor because it doesn't blow up. Yeah. So it's so much cheaper.
Yeah. Well, it's actually it's not expendable. Like
exactly. Also, imagine how terrifying it is. You just have like thousands of those things flying in the air, like.
Well, and especially if you paint the front with the teeth like that.
No, yeah, we're definitely doing that.
You got to do that.
I don't think the government has a trademark on that, right? Or like a copyright or whatever.
Yeah,
copyright infringement.
Yeah,
is,
so you got some things in the pipeline.
Oh yeah,
too.
we're going to be the most successful defense company in American history.
Yeah,
that's obvious.
I love it.
That's obvious. Haven't you seen the golf sim? Don't you know?
Speaking of robots, Steve, did you see this video?
Wait, what do
This
we got?
newest Unitree
Oh God, here we go.
robot fighting video.
Oh God, holy shit! All right, let's check it out. This is Luke's favorite part.
I think this was posted like late last night.
Let's play this up. Oh, I could easily kick the shit out of this thing.
I mean, it's falling over itself.
I mean, this is an infant though, being born. I mean, it's
it just bounced right back up though. Like, look at the balance.
That's look at that. That was a good kick.
I like the scale compared to the little Asian man. Oh, it's. I mean, these robots are getting pissed that we're abusing them.
They're definitely gonna get mad if people are doing that to them.
Oh man, he's just kicking him right in the face.
I think ChatGPT already gets pretty mad at me when I tell it I'm like, no, like stop being an idiot. Like,
Yeah, I'm nice to Chat.
Like,
The kids,
are you nice? Are you pretty nice? I'm usually pretty
I can
nice.
tell
But
you're a
sometimes
boomer.
I get annoyed. I get a little annoyed sometimes. Like,
That's pretty sweet, Jack. I can tell you're a boomer because you said Chat GPT. The kids call it Chat.
oh, they call it
Chat,
Okay,
yeah, Chat. You know,
yeah.
because that's like their friend. You know, Chat.
Yeah, no, it is my friend too.
They need to drop the GPT and just call it Chat.
Now I know what
Now
I
you
should
know.
be calling it.
Now you know. How old are your kids?
8 and 7.
Okay, I have a 3-year-old. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm
Cool.
with you. I'm dad
Yeah,
mooding. Do
yeah.
you have a boy or girls?
I got a boy and a girl.
Very nice.
Noah's the 8-year-old. Penelope's a 7-year-old.
Noah.
Noah
That's
and Penelope.
That's a Jewish name, right? That's very Jewish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Bible. You know,
Yeah.
it's a pretty popular Bible name. You know.
I mean, dude, the Noah's Ark story.
Yeah, exactly.
Penelope was the runner-up name for my daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we almost named her that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
actually call her her nickname is Shishi. And that's because Noah couldn't pronounce Penelope when he was, so he just would call her Shishi. But now that's all I really call her.
Penelope's
too,
a lovely name.
Yeah.
You didn't go with that?
No,
What'd you
it
go
was Lucy.
Oh,
Lucy's
that's a
good.
nice
Lucille,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we were gonna go with Penny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
Penny's a nice nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close is Georgetown to where we are right
Oh,
now?
it's close, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. Probably a 12-minute Uber, 15-minute
Oh,
Uber.
okay. All right.
Are you hitting that up tonight or what?
No, I don't think so. I just saw the
If you want to
sweatshirt,
come
so-
out tonight, we're going to a late night Waldorf Astoria with some other entrepreneurs.
What's that?
It's like a hotel.
Oh,
That's
Super,
Waldorf.
super swanky hotel.
We're going to
Oh,
Waldorf
nice.
for some drinks at like 9 p.m.
Oh, nice. I'm flying back tonight. so-
Nah, just move your flight.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I mean, bro,
You never know.
you have to
Are
party.
we gonna are you gonna pregame? We're gonna pregame with the simulator or what?
Yeah, we can go to the actual country club. Army. I go to Army Navy. It's my club.
Oh,
It's
really?
Right down the street here. It's just
Oh,
here.
nice.
Yeah, hit some balls.
Wait, is there a golf course right here?
A country club right up here.
Army Navy Country Club?
Yeah, Army Navy.
Really?
So, yeah. I just golfed yesterday. I shot. It was terrible. I mean, I shot a 92. Which I could have easily shot an 82. Like
Yeah.
I just so many bad breaks.
Well,
Like, I was stroking it.
That's golf. Golf's a crazy game in the sense of 2 bad swings could turn into 2 8s.
I missed like 2 4-foot putts. Like I mean,
Yeah.
just like some bullshit.
Yeah,
I play
yeah.
for real. Like I always play like straight up.
Yeah.
Like so.
You finish everything out. and
I
stuff.
play it all. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So-
to get my real score.
What? Last week you said you didn't even putt.
No, I putt now.
Oh, okay.
Because I bought a new putter.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. I had this lab.
You know what?
I had this
Videos-
lab golf putter, and I hate this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was center shaft.
Yeah.
And I had this for like a year, and I was so bad, and I was like, why do I have a center shaft putter? I have like an in to out putting stroke.
Yeah. So you got rid of that.
So I got rid of that. Now I'm putting again. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Don't call me out.
You know what's what the videos I crack up about is Trump's golf videos.
Oh, they're the best.
Like you see how he putts? It's
Hilarious.
a terrible putting stroke.
I mean, it's an old man putting stroke.
Yeah, but he must make a decent amount, or he tells people
He's the
makes a
president,
decent
so
amount.
he does whatever.
But the videos, I don't know if you see him, like he has an entourage, you know, and he just drives his golf cart wherever he wants. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't shock me if I saw a video tomorrow with him parking the golf cart on the green.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wants.
The other thing, did you watch the Bryson Trump breaking 50?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
that's Bryson's highest piece of content right there.
Oh yeah, he got a ton of views.
Yeah.
It's a smart I love what social is doing from democratizing access to
the stars
or
and stuff.
for the star. Like Bryson turned he was able to take social media. He went from nobody liked Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
And now he's I think he's totally turned his image around. Big part of it is just doing some stuff.
He's
on
got
social.
a weird ass golf swing too.
I mean, that guy hits it so far.
He
It's
just
incredible to watch.
smash it.
It's unreal.
It's unreal. I watch. I think the LIV though, the riff just sucks. It almost ruined golf. I was actually talking to my buddy this last night. It almost ruined golf, but the majors saved it because the majors were like, we're just going to let them all play.
Yeah.
Because if the majors didn't let them all play,
no, it would have been horrible.
I mean,
hopefully they can figure out how to like come back together, kumbaya like moment. But like that whole thing, if you look at it, like the PGA Tour and Monahan and the commissioners, like to me, just they had this arrogance where they're like, oh well, we're the PGA Tour, nobody else, we're not going anywhere. And then Mickelson and the team were like, well, we don't really love how you guys are doing this, so we're gonna go spin off. And I just don't think they ever thought it was possible.
I know it kind of ruins like Scheffler's record though. Scheffler's just
because you don't have everybody playing together.
I know. It's sad,
but he is dominating. I'm a huge Tiger guy,
dude, and Scheffler's so good.
He's like on par with like that run.
I like that he's so strong, but like he looks like his dad bod. Like he's got like a dad 100%. Bod, but underneath that layer of fat, he's just he's just a monster.
And he's got those happy feet, man.
I don't know how. It's
those twinkle toes, like
it's actually pretty crazy that like the best golfer in the world, his swing is so.
When you see some of that guy's swing, so when you see him try to hit a hook, for example, hit a draw, it is his follow through is like the club is like on parallel, like with the ground. It's so ugly, but it works. It actually gives hope to anybody out there that's trying to play golf. I think that like, oh wait a minute, like if his swing can look like that and he can be good, I can figure out how to play golf.
Yeah, I always tell people that are like,
so he's a beacon of like light for all
Yeah, I've been playing golf for a long time, and I never really had a lesson, but like you just get a swing that works for you. You have to just get like people overthink it. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they just way overthink it.
Like get the club in a decent spot, and hopefully it's repeatable.
I had there was
kind of like raising money. Like what works for you as a startup to raise money? Whatever works.
I think for raising money with founders, and I give advice because it's all like kind of random. You just need one person to say yes.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. You gotta remember, you're gonna get like 70 no's.
Yeah,
but you need just someone to say yes. And
you're gonna get so many no's.
You're gonna get so many, and like, but you only need one term sheet. In fact, I've raised 7 rounds in my life now. Over my
how many rounds? So for before Alan, when you were doing the
Bbot, my last company, my online ordering, pre-seed, seed, and A, so 3.
And what was the total you raised in that company?
23 million. And then this company has a pre-seed, seed, and A already, 43 million.
And you're raising another, you're up
like 100 right now for the B.
Yeah.
But like the point is, so this will be my 7th funding round. In all previous 6, I only had one term sheet. It's not like I ever had a competitive round in my life. So
interesting.
And most people,
you're saying in the sense of you didn't have two investors presenting you with 2 different term sheets at the same time.
Only one time out of 6 that I've had 2. I've only had 2 at one time.
Yeah.
And so like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I've talked to a lot of founder friends of mine. It's actually very common. The stuff you read on the news about like these crazy companies like that are doing like foundational models or foundational robots, like, and they're raising at $10 billion plus valuations. That's rare. I mean, that's just fake.
Yeah.
Like you got to tune all that out because that's not happening for most companies.
Yeah.
Like Cognition. Did you see Cognition?
No.
Oh yeah, pull up the Cognition round. This is one of my favorite. I think this is actually going to be like the peak of the bubble. Like we're in like
this is an AI company.
Yeah. So this is, and it's led by the way, it's led by great Founders Fund and Lux and 8VC. I mean, so 400 million
at a 10.2 post money.
Think about this. Well, first of all, that's 4%.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't even make like in my limited experience. It's like every time you raise money, you're giving up 15 to 20% of the company traditionally.
Yeah. So and then
how does that make? How does these models work?
No one even uses this shit. Like this is. I've never met a company that uses. I've never met a company using AI coding agents in my life. And like, okay, so you remember the dot-com, but I was young when the dot-com bubble. But like the dot-com bubble had all kinds of funding rounds like this. And like this is like the AI dot-com bubble.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, like the counter to my argument here is that Founders Fund is probably one of the greatest funds of all time.
Sure.
So maybe they know.
Including Lux, you'd put them in the same.
Founders Fund's way better than
Founders Fund. Better.
Yeah. So like Founders Fund leading this, they're not dumb.
Yeah.
So like, something's going on here.
But just in terms of let's dissect this for the sense of explain to me the why 4% could make sense.
Well, here's why.
Can you even understand why that would make sense?
Here's why. Because when you have this amount of capital, like when you're putting, let's say the Founders Fund put in 200 million of that. Yeah. Maybe I don't know the number, but let's just say it's that. They don't need it to go. They need it to go to 20 billion. Then they get 200 million back. They make 200 million. So at the vast sums that they're at, they don't need as much ownership. They have so much capital in. Yeah. They just need to be able to like hope this company goes to 100 billion.
Okay.
They go 10x's and they put 200 million in. That's 2 billion.
2 billion.
So that's like why. So it's just crazy though. But like,
so the power law stuff, like how normally VCs are looking at,
not in the later stages. Doesn't matter.
It goes out the door.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
If they're putting in serious money, then they're looking at multiples on that money.
Yeah, and at that point they could only be looking at 2 to 3x, and they'd be okay with it.
Yeah, because I mean that's hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. And their fund size is, let's say their fund size is 800 million or $1 billion, so they could return the fund on a 10x on this.
And then if you're the company, so if you're Cognition, this is like a fun case study. Like obviously they like the idea of only giving up 4%.
Well, the thing is, I think actually with deals like this, usually there's some pref stack. So like my company, it's a 1x liquidity preference. So it's like the common, and like I hold the same common stock that Jack for everyone holds the same share class I hold. So, and there's no pref. So like if I sell the company, everyone gets paid at the same time. Yeah. Versus this might be like Founders Fund gets paid first. Yeah. So let's say they sell for, 20 billion. Founders Fund gets paid off the top first or something. Yeah. They could set up the term sheet like that. Yeah. So the valuation might also be a little fake.
I see.
Whereas like our valuation is always real because it's all the same share class.
Yeah.
So like you never know really. I mean,
there's to your point, there's things behind the scenes here that are happening that the article doesn't.
Yeah, because like they might want to say something like they might want to just have this as the headline with a huge valuation to hype. Like it might not be real as much as.
What do you think about like you just said? I don't know anybody that's using AI agents for software engineering or coding right now. Is that did I catch that right?
Yeah.
Or so you guys, for example, are you don't have a bunch of engineers where they're the pilots and you've got these agents that are doing all the coding.
I mean, I wish that could happen. That'd be awesome.
But we're still not there. AI is not. It obviously there's some help, right? That exists, but we're still pretty far away from that.
Well, how it works is like if you were to want to make Qualtrics, going back to Qualtrics, like if you wanted to make a survey B2B SaaS survey tool, you could probably use AI coding agents to do that. Because what they're doing is looking at the sum total of all code on the internet that ever existed and like trying to replicate it. Yeah. So it looks into the past.
Sure.
So it's like the sum total of all human knowledge.
Yeah.
So it can do stuff that's been built. Yeah. But if you were to tell the AI code agent make an AI machine gun, it's never seen that before. Yeah. So it'd be like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah. That's where you still need true creativity.
You can't.
You still need.
Yeah, because these aren't creative. Yeah. They can do what's been done.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm sure there's some companies that are like making the world's 15th Survey Monkey.
Sure.
And they can use this.
Yeah.
But there's no value in that.
Yeah.
Certainly not $10 billion. But again, I mean, I'm not a VC, and Founders Fund has one of the greatest track records of all time. So, I can only sit here on the podcast and pontificate, but they're probably crushing.
Yeah. That was another thing at Capital Factory that you threw out there. You're like, well, I can do this because I'm a podcaster, so I can pontificate.
Yeah, I can say whatever the fuck.
And I may be wrong, but I'm gonna do this anyway.
That's why we have the Drone Ultimatum brand. It's not ACS podcast. Yeah, it's the Drone.
What did
Ultimatum
you think about
podcast.
the gathering at Capital Factory a few weeks ago? Were you because you guys are in Austin?
Well,
right?
full disclosure, Capital Factory is an investor. The CapVac.
Yeah.
Josh Baer.
Yeah.
They're like a small investor though.
Okay.
Like small check.
They came in early.
No, like they came in the Series A.
Cool.
But they're why I wanted them is because we're down there.
Yeah,
we live there.
Yeah, you're in Austin, right?
And they have some good perks, like they give you free event space and stuff
Yeah,
if you let them invest. So
that's cool.
And they're really nice people. I think that it's a very good area. Yeah, like the whole Omni hotel that they have it in and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I would go all the time to those events if I didn't actually just live there. Yeah, because it's easy, it's convenient. Yeah, but how these events are. Yeah. We're building our companies, trying to build our products and sell this shit. Yeah. So you got to like manage your time.
Yeah,
you know,
course, yeah. You got to pick and choose which events are.
But you should always go to the Austin ones because then we can hang out.
Yeah,
I'll get your number after, but we can play some golf.
Yeah,
I'll try to.
I got some hookups in the Austin area for golf courses.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, my buddy, one of our investors actually does sales for. I don't remember the company or the course right now, but he's
a member somewhere.
Yeah, or he works at a course, and so he can always get me out.
Oh, okay. Actually, I might need to hit you up on this. I'm trying to take a prospective investor on the 22nd. I'm trying to take a prospective investor golfing. I need to impress them.
All right, I got you.
No, this is for real.
Yeah,
okay.
no,
it's a Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Monday,
the 22nd.
Yeah, we'll do it after the pod.
Okay.
But there we go.
We'll get you and Ryan on a group.
Well, that's in play too.
On a group, on a group text.
Yeah, I'm bringing
maybe I'll go too.
Yeah, you should come. It's actually this investor Hanwha, South Koreans.
Oh, Hanwha, Hanwha. Actually, I just met with somebody from Hanwha yesterday.
Hell yeah! Okay, golf with us.
All right,
that's actually a good BD.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah,
the 22nd.
Yeah,
so
in the afternoon.
The 20th. I think though.
No, just cancel your plans.
We have AFA is the week of the 22nd, but I could fly from Austin to. This could work, maybe.
Yeah, we can make it work. Hey, Jack, what else you got on the docket? You know,
I wanted to ask a jet engine engineer.
Suck, squeeze, bang, blow, baby.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about like Astromechanica. Have you heard of this company?
Oh yeah,
like they're backed by Andreessen.
Yeah,
they seem like they got a lot of hype.
Can you pull them up actually just to remind me? Astromechanica.
Astromechanica.
Oh, we do actually want to talk about that. Yeah. Jack's been kind of taking over on topics because he doesn't like where I take the podcast.
Yeah, so
I never said that.
No, I know.
I don't actually know enough about like exactly what they're doing around the engine, but I think
they're making a whole engine. It looks like.
Yeah, so I think
it's a hybrid.
I think it's like a hybrid engine that they're coming up with. I think my instinct is that they're trying to go look at supersonic or hypersonic travel within the context of having like a turbine driven engine. So a lot of what happens is once you start trying to go like hypersonic, a lot of times you don't have any moving parts in the engine actually. And so I think what they're trying to do is trying to have a
they don't
turbine.
Have the turbine spin.
Yeah, like so a lot of hypersonic stuff. There's actually no moving parts. There's no rotating things. They're just able to. The thing's going so fast that the air's coming in fast enough already where they don't have to do the squeeze part of it, and then they just have the bang and the blow part. So there's no suck or squeeze. Just the bang and the blow. I think they're trying to have the suck and the squeeze part. And I'm not smart enough to know exactly why, it makes sense or they should be doing it.
Oh, go back up. I love how douchey this is.
I do think that they're legitimate though.
Scroll up to the part. They're definitely legit. Hold on. I want my favorite. Okay, here we go. Ian's company, Astromechanica, wants to become the aerospace company with a the.
Oh wow,
it's like, bro,
that's bold.
I just love. No, it's just so funny. Like all these companies, like their story, the way they do this shit. Like that's what I'm saying. When you're fundraising, you got to have something really dumb like that, because like investors, that's what they want. They're like,
they eat it up.
This is like we are the AI gun company with
I'm actually sometimes my own worst enemy when it comes to this stuff where I know like we are doing incredible things and we highlight these things and we talk about how big the opportunities are, but I'm also very like direct and I don't have that.
You're too practical, bro.
Yeah,
you got to.
He's too much an engineer.
I know. I need more of like the Zulu Pods is the.
You're like no, you're the. Hold on. Like you're the jet engine something. It has to be something bigger. Like you're gonna become the something company.
I know. We're
working on it. We're
still working on it.
We're workshopping. Hypersonic commercial planes would be sweet. I want to get to London faster.
Yeah. So if you look at like Boom Supersonic, Boom is
that's sweet.
Is trying to figure out how to go. To get to London in 45 minutes, or And what Blake is doing is
This
is pretty.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
But they won't die, and this is going to happen.
Yeah, I believe. I totally agree. I totally believe that there is going to be supersonic commercial travel in our future.
That's so awesome.
I think a part of it is like just they're far enough along, like you just said. I think they're just far enough along where they've hit that inflection point where I don't think their investors will let them, or there'll be some amount of money out there that continues to pump into this because they're just that far along.
Do you think that this is like from a noise standpoint, okay?
I think that's probably one of the bigger, like, you're going to have these like boom, like, I think they're doing things to
what they do is
they
go up
you're
first,
still
and then
gonna
they
have
hit it,
like
right?
you're still gonna have some type of these supersonic like waves that like again I'm not smart enough to know how they solve it. Maybe they get so high up before they start going fast that like people won't feel it.
So you think there's like private like or maybe commercial, like you're about to fly this commercially?
Yeah, but then think about like if you think about aerospace and defense, it's still, I mean, just aerospace, air travel is still young, right? Like it wasn't until the 70s that like wide body jets existed where the masses could travel.
Yeah.
Right. So the industry's only 55 years old. If you really think about the access to travel, right?
Yeah.
And so and if you actually look at, if you were to poll the world, how many people have actually been on an airplane, it's still a really small number relative to the human population on the earth. It's probably less than 30% of the earth that has actually traveled on an airplane or like people, right? So all to say, like you'll start with this commercial stuff, but then you'll probably have private like supersonic like travel.
And
just
my
like
private supersonic jet.
Like so you can buy that once you sell out control systems.
Well,
right?
once we go public, obviously we're going public.
You can take that to your island.
We're not selling, we're going public.
Yeah, true. That's right. Yeah, you're gonna IPO.
This is a generational company. We are the foundational weapons robotics company.
TM.
There you go. You got it.
We're making foundational general purpose weaponry. Because you got it. Okay. You have to either, I've noticed you have to either put general purpose or foundational in your pitch.
And that's the key.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm making the foundational LLM for robots.
But now I see how important the is in all this.
It's the.
And capital, obviously, capital T. Okay.
I was joking about this in Austin College. Speaking of I was joking about this with my friend Caitlin in Austin. We were, you know that there's the Lake Austin.
Yeah.
But it's not really a lake. It's like a river. But they just call it a lake because they're like dumb Southern people. I have no idea. Anyway, this is a river. They all go on the weekends. The culture in Austin is you got to go on a boat. It's status game. If you're not on a boat on the weekend, you're basically,
on the river.
You're basically a loser.
That well, either that or going to a UT game.
You got a UT game or the boat. And you don't, and when you talk about it like on a Friday, let's say you like ask a girl out or something, she'll be like, I can't, I'm going on the boat. Not a boat. The boat. Like I fucking know who your friends are. It's like what? But this is like it's all like they're all just trying to one up on who can get on the better boat.
Yeah.
And it's like really great.
And that goes back to the positioning for raising capital. Right? Everyone's trying to one up
everyone is. And the thing is it's all a status game. All of it is. I mean, the whole world is. It's all just like trying to be high status. And that's not me. Like I want to be behind that 7-Eleven over here, like playing dice. Like
you like craps?
Yeah, of course, dude. I love gambling. Every game. All gambling.
Craps is a great game.
I like to play Baccarat, but
oh really?
But like when we're in between degenning on Baccarat, we'll go like throw some dice for.
Dude, I was at I flew in on Sunday, so I went to the MGM and watched some football, and I just sometimes I just like to like walk around like it's obviously a little creepy, but like I'm not creeping on people, but I just stand behind some of the high rollers just in like what they're gambling. I saw a dude lose like $50K playing Baccarat in like 5 hands. It was
that'd be.
He didn't even care. He didn't even care. He was just at least he didn't seem like he cared. But I'm like,
you can't care.
Like that's got to be awesome to have $50K that you can just torch it, and you don't.
That's
don't
like that's goals, bro.
Like what? Like what's the thing? What's the move with like basically like trying to rip the like?
It's
what's that? Why do they do that?
It's cultural. Like it means nothing, to be clear. You could just flip them up.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, right?
But you're trying to. If I had a deck here, I'd show you. So you put your thumbs on the edges, because a nine has what's called 4 sides. The diamonds, like a 9 of diamonds.
Yeah,
it's like 4 diamonds in a row, and then there's the 1 diamond in the middle, and then the other 4.
Sure, yeah.
So if you pull it on the side of the card and you peer, and you put your thumbs over the number, you can see 4 sides. That might also be a 10.
Yeah.
So like you're like,
okay.
Then you can know if you have a 50-50 shot. Because let's say you have a 0 on the table.
Yeah.
9 wins.
Yeah.
A 0 loses. So now you can be like, I got a 50-50 shot. Oh. And then you slam it down or something. It's cultural.
Okay.
So then they're just trying to like get a little information, but not see what the card actually is.
Yeah.
So
even though you could look the whole thing, right?
Like no sides would be like an ace, because an ace has 1 diamond in the middle. So if you pull it up, you see nothing. You see a blank.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to like play a little more suspense.
Yeah. Okay.
We do all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of rituals. Like if I'm playing with a buddy, like I'll like.
But that's a really common one, right?
Like,
because everybody was doing it at the table.
But there's also other ones like I'll hold the card up to a friend and be like, "Is this good?" And I see it before me.
So baccarat, you're trying to get a 9.
You're trying to get a 9.
So what's so for example, so let's say I have a jack and I have a 2. What do I have?
That's a 2. And because, so you get one more card.
The face cards are 0.
Yeah, and so you get one more card. You need a 7. Or a 6, an 8, an 8 or 9 are good.
What if you made 9 with 2 cards? Can you can't say I don't want the third card, can you?
No, you don't get to pick anything. They can auto play. You could just tell them auto play. And
baccarat's like the one game. Like there's no actual in game like blackjack. I can decide what hit or there's not baccarat.
The only thing is there's in game pageantry.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like showmanship.
Yeah,
there's in game showmanship.
Like we did. Yeah. Okay. So like, anyway, so with the. And it's called a natural when you get an 8 or 9 off the draw. Yeah. So like if the first 2 cards add up to 8 or 9, it stops. You don't get any more cards. Like it stops right there.
You don't get more cards.
No, and you win. You just win.
I see.
The problem, unless they have a 9 and you have an 8, then they win.
So if you have a 9, you flip over the 2. The third card doesn't come.
No,
the dealer doesn't give me the third card.
You can ask for the rule book. There's only certain times when a third card comes. For example. This is a crazy game, but like if you got a 7 and the banker, if you're the player, I'm betting on player and I'm betting on banker, and I have a 7 and you have a 6, that's called a barbecue. The game stops right there. 7 beats a 6. You get barbecued.
Oh, and it's over.
The Chinese invented that term.
And it's over.
Yeah, barbecue, bitch.
But
so like that ends right there. But if you had a 7 and I had a 2, then the guy with the 2 gets one more card.
Okay.
7 stands. It's called 7 and stand. There's like little phrases like 7 and stand.
Yeah, man, that's. It's kind of like the game of craps. Like it just takes a little bit of time to actually learn it.
But but
once you know it, it's probably pretty. It's easy. It's easy.
But the reason high rollers play it.
Yeah. Why is the
high rollers play baccarat because it's the best odds.
Okay, so it comes down to an odds.
So if you're putting 50 grand down, you want to do a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
And baccarat's like 49.9.
So it has the best odds in the casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why the high rollers play it.
Yeah.
And also because
and that makes sense.
And also the most fun. Like it's definitely the most fun.
So like, and also when you're playing, let's say there's a table of 5 people. The other thing I noticed was that only one person gets cards.
Whoever the highest bet is.
Ah, okay.
The largest stack better on that hand
is getting the cards.
But that person can also say they want a different driver. It's called a driver. You're driving. Driving meaning you bend the card. So like they can be new driver.
I could be here and better. I'm over here.
Yeah.
Let's say you've gone public with the company, right? So I'm your driver.
I could be you drive.
Yeah, so I drive you to the casino, and then I'm your driver.
Yeah, for the baccarat.
Okay, and then we take the wins and we invest in the Zulu.
Yeah, exactly.
From the baccarat game.
Easily. Okay, that's like the FedEx story, you know. With it. Yeah. No, the thing is, we'll go to Vegas together. It's fun, but like when you go, how we actually play is we play like you drive until you crash.
Okay.
So then it's like new driver. We don't actually. Me and my friends, like whoever's this, doesn't matter the stack size usually. Sure. Or sometimes we'll each get one card. we'll show them to each other.
There's a lot of.
When you play with us, you'll get all the rituals.
Yeah,
we've also made our own.
Rituals.
We've made our own up too.
Yeah.
Like we have little sayings.
A baccarat table with you and the crew is probably pretty fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's so fun, but there's a lot of money that can be torched very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and the games goes pretty fast too.
Yeah, the DoorDash money only goes so far. Actually, this is great. If our government customers, which a lot of government listens to this, you know, they usually do like background checks or like so like I used to have a top secret clearance, and they in the Navy, and they usually give clearances pretty much like they give them out. Like it's not hard to get them. The one place where you lose your clearance is like financial trouble because they're afraid the enemies of the state like Russia will bribe you. You as a defense contractor, I can't really like go as hard as I want until after this company.
Yeah,
because you can't actually like be in debt.
Yeah, you probably like can't be the guy that I just observed losing 50K.
No, they don't. The government won't like that.
Yeah.
And it's not because they don't care. They don't really care about gambling. They just care about like you being able to be bribable.
And financial, woes are an easy.
That's the main one.
It's the main one.
So like most of the clearance checks are on that. They're on finance. They're on finances.
It makes sense.
They just like check your banks and shit.
Yeah. Like how how liquid is the company if you're in a pretty bad spot. If you're like a Russian or Chinese spy, that's where.
So for all the government listeners know that Steven is in a great spot.
Yeah. Even though he likes Baccarat, he's in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good of a spot he's in.
Crushing the spot.
Yeah. He actually has on his phone, he doesn't allow Uber to take him to the MGM.
I don't even have a case on my phone because I can break these like nothing. And I just buy more. It's not a big deal. That is actually one of the insights I had with like selling to the government. They don't, or really selling to anyone. No,
who are you for in terms of selling to the government? Like the armies is your what's the
I would say Army, Navy, Marine.
Army, Navy.
Well, anyone who has a machine gun, which is anyone but the Air Force, really.
Yeah.
The Air Force maybe will do something on base defense.
Well, the Air Force you're gonna get there when you have that thing in the sky.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like the Army, Navy, Marines, and then all militaries, like all NATO allies.
Yeah.
And then like,
are you working with any international?
Yeah.
Folks?
Yeah. We'll announce one of our first international ones.
How was that like process? Because like one thing that like we see or I think about is especially with some of our sustainment products when we're fighting corrosion, like it's a I kind of call it like closing the innovation to revenue gap. Like we can innovate faster than some of these primes, but it doesn't mean that like we're going to sell stuff like super fast. So we're starting to think about sustainment products because at least then
what's a sustainment product?
We make we make pods that are, think of like really smart WD-40 cans with sensors that can sense their environment and
cool.
Things like high salinity factors, high humidity, and then those pods can live with an acid in storage. And think of like a transmission that would have gears and bearings that would corrode. Today, like there's manual practices. Somebody goes over to this thing once a month, checks the manual. Oh, let me go spray this thing with oil. We can get rid of that sort of that
maintenance
manual
stuff.
Yeah, the maintenance stuff, right? Just make it simpler, make it automatic, make it on demand. So some of my thoughts are like, what other government agencies or groups internationally are more open to experiment?
Oh yeah.
And then can we take that learning and then share that with the U.S. government and the DoD operators, right? So I'm really curious.
Anyone
about,
around China, Australia, anyone, because like
exactly, right. So like Australia is actually a perfect example of like I think that we could probably go faster there. Just sort of also figuring out, okay, how do we do that? What does that look like from like day one? Like, okay, we want to go talk with the Australian Air Force. What does that look like for Zulu day one? Like, well, for you guys, what did it look like?
I mean, I hired an international salesperson, kind of, and just send him over there.
Yeah,
you have to. The thing is, if you're going to do it,
did you do it with somebody? Did you do it with somebody that used to like live there or knew the?
I know.
I
heard someone that used to sell gun turrets at Northrop Grumman internationally.
Okay.
So they had like pre-existing. You need to find someone in your space area
that has
done international.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's a ton of them. I mean, they're usually like old dudes.
Yeah. That makes sense. So don't try. Just find somebody that knows how to do it. It's way easier than trying to learn it yourself.
Yeah, or someone with pre-existing at least some connections.
Yeah.
You're like buying the connections.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
You have to, that's
You're paying for that Rolodex.
That's hard to interview for. You gotta you gotta really grill them on that.
Yeah.
I have a really funny interview question.
What is it?
It's like, all right, if you were to die,
man, this starts dark.
If you were to die, I was like tomorrow, what people in government would you be okay marrying your wife?
Oh man. You asked this? You asked this?
Yeah.
And
because think about it.
What are some of the answers you've got?
Well, no, if they have a friend, because if they have someone in government, they'd be okay taking care of their family and wife. That's what we call an absolute boy. That's your absolute boy. Yeah. That's a real question. Outside the box, bro. This is why I'm one of the greats.
Hey, do they give you names when they like hey, actually my friend this? Like, did they go that far?
Well, it's a double test, right? They can either like laugh it off and be like, oh, this is just kind of a crazy question and like kind of joke about it, maybe say something funny. Or they can give me like a real answer. Either one will work.
Yeah, either one works.
Yeah, as long as the real answer is someone in government that's powerful.
That's it's a wild question.
So many layers there.
Yeah, I mean,
no, it's a great question. No, it's a serious question because think about it. What's the point? You're trying to get a relationship Rolodex.
Sure.
Okay. Well, how can you tell if it's a real relationship or not?
Yeah, that is. I get it.
You got a better one? I mean, if you have a better one, I'll do it.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah,
we'll think about it. But I see the.
There's actually a much more inappropriate version of the question, but we can't use it on the podcast.
Because then like yeah, I can imagine that other one. It probably has some lube or no lube could be in the mix.
Yeah,
of that,
something
right?
like that.
I get the angle though, because you're basically testing them like, okay, you have these relationships. Well, who are they?
Yeah.
Like,
and how tight are they?
How tight are they?
Yeah.
If you can't come up with at least one, then I don't believe you that you have these relationships.
Yeah, and then the other one that you have to watch out for is some guys will have the relationships, and the problem is they'll be pretty good relationships, but there's this one human emotion that I don't think people realize is that, let's say their buddy comes to your fast-growing startup, but you're their buddy who works in government. No one wants to see someone else get rich. Is like the core emotion of humanity.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to see.
Unfortunately, like not enough people are rooting for everybody.
I know, exactly. They don't want to see you like jump a tax bracket over them. So you have to watch out for those hires, because then they're going to sell back to their friends, but their friends are like, I'm not doing a deal with you, bro. I got some other, I would just work with Boeing or something, you know.
Yeah, we need more cheerleading across the tax brackets. Like we need more rooting for everybody to win.
I agree, but
is what
you know,
it's what we got to do.
Our crocodile brains are like zero sum. They're like, I gotta.
Yeah, well, it's like a scarcity mindset, you know.
Save it for myself.
You know, too often. Like where instead of like, let's just grow the pie. You know? Like, we don't need to keep the pie fixed.
Yeah,
let's grow that bad boy.
Yeah, it's actually another reason I feel like the government, like they love to buy they like to buy people versus products. They don't want to like see your high flying product company fly, but if you're going to sell them training and consulting, like Palantir style, they'll buy that. They'll buy forward deployed engineers all day because they like to like buy the humans and make them contract. That's why I always talk about this in the podcast, but that's why we're called government contractors, not government product builders. We're contractors. We serve at the pleasure.
That's like a nuance that, you know, it has a perverse, you know, incentive.
Messed up.
Yeah, it doesn't make.
No, that's why government contractors.
Yeah,
because they prefer to know that they're buying your time. That's more powerful for them.
That's some that with the question, the interview question, is some deep stuff.
I spent a lot of time on this. This is my whole.
What do you think about cost plus contracts?
Oh, I mean, I really want to have some for myself. Obviously, I'm trying to jack those up, bro. I want that. Unfortunately, my team is making me do like firm fixed price.
Yeah,
and I was like, guys, all the money's in cost plus.
Cost plus, right?
We can just make up.
Just work it forever, right? And never have to really deliver anything.
Yeah, the Northrop Grumman model. Yeah.
The Northrop, the Raytheon,
I've heard
why take it? You don't want to take any risk, right?
Yeah, I heard a Northrop Grumman exec tell me once, and this is a great quote, but they said, if you don't underbid it, you can't overrun it.
That's awesome.
That's a classic. That's savage.
Like no, but it's true. It's true in the sense of, I mean,
that's a savage contracting line.
So here's what happens though, right? Like, and I saw this firsthand when I was, you know, putting together proposals, negotiating proposals. It's like, hey, a company like a Pratt, and Pratt's a great place to work. Pratt does great things. They basically say, hey, we sum up all the costs. Engineering goes and does it all, and it comes in. I'll just make up a number. You know, it's going to cost. It's going to be $1 billion, right? Yeah. And then the government says, yeah, guys, we only have 800 million.
Yeah.
And then so Pratt says, okay, fine, it's 800 million.
Yeah.
So and then I would be like executing on stuff with my team, right? And I'd be in these like reviews, and they're like, "Yeah, hey, you know, you're over cost and you're over schedule and just getting beat up." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what happened because you guys just told us to do it for a $200 million discount. So why would you expect anything different?" Yeah. But that's how the system today works. And it's
then you maybe pause work on it, and then next appropriation cycle comes, and you get some more budget on the line item.
Yeah,
you finish up.
But I see all these like news articles, right? And like especially when I was still at Pratt, my family would be like, "Oh man, the F-35, like why can't you guys figure out how to like control your costs?" And it's like, I mean, we were forced into like that quote, right? Underbidding and
overrunning. Yeah.
It's the truest quote of how the system works today.
I mean, they'll come in, and the primes are sophisticated at this. They don't.
They've been doing it for a while.
They don't care. They're like, yeah, it's whatever price you want, government.
Yeah,
as long as it's cost plus.
It's so true.
And it is a fundamental. It's one of the things there's a lot broken with the whole procurement thing. The main one is though the pathways for small business. Yeah. I don't even care about the overrunning. The hardest thing is the small companies under. Call it 1,000 people even.
Yeah.
If like just 1 to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be much easier for those to work. And
sure.
I was on a podcast yesterday. We were like they were bitching about this. I have no real good solution, to be clear. Like, because it's just like they don't want to be swindled. They're afraid you're going to go out of business. Like I see all of their complaints. And it's just
so there are some hard problems.
Yeah,
sure.
It's not like if I actually had a solution, I'd be shouting what I think is the solution.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, because if you think take even the cost plus, think of I think one of the biggest problems, one of the things that should be fixed is just the timelines of the contract. So like why do like the Northrops or whatever like cost plus or want cost plus? Because they can't predict like what's going to happen in 7 years.
Yeah.
Right. But then they get into these contracts. They're like, oh, let's give them a 10-year contract. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the contract timeline should just be shorter.
Well, the history. Well, there's also more like for F-35, for example. Like back in World War II, I don't know the exact fact on this. Luke will probably shred
It's all right. You're a podcast. You can make it up.
Yeah, there's like some. They used to have like multiple companies making airframes.
Yeah,
and they would buy. Like, there was like different versions of the jets, like the fighter jets.
Yeah, sure.
And they don't have that anymore. Now we just do like one countrywide jet.
Yeah,
and there's variations of it, but it's like just one. There's only one integrator that builds it.
Yeah.
So there's no like competition.
Like just really. Lockheed, for example.
Yeah, it's just like Lockheed, and they used to have like 10 Lockheeds, like back in the day.
Yeah, and then everything became more consolidated.
Yeah, they forced it. I forget what it's called. What's the
like the
famous
during the Clinton
Last Supper?
The Last Supper. They
during
forced
like the Clinton administration, right? They forced the consolidation.
Yeah, they said you guys consolidate. We're not at war. Like just have one company, all merge.
Yeah.
And then so now it's this like terrible relationship.
But there is even like so I was at this event yesterday. I'm just going to some of these events. Like I am definitely encouraged by like the like not just the there's something to be said about even like obviously I'd like to see even more action, but there's a lot of folks talking about it across the ecosystem.
It's the main call now, finally.
Some good things are going to come out of it. Like they have to. Like you can't have this much energy going into acquisition reform and nothing good come out of it.
I agree.
I feel pretty positive about that. That's
actually
good stuff.
There's what's the Fuse? You see the new Army article? The Fuse program, Driscoll. Yeah,
let's pull that up.
Pull it up, Jamie.
This is great.
Jamie, pull up the Fuse.
You know, you guys don't really do a podcast. You end up it's internet searches for about an hour.
We're commentators.
Yeah,
and we then talk about like gambling or sports or vaping.
Well, I learned. I was like, I'm really happy to hear of what some of the rituals around baccarat.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I was pretty fascinated. This guy's like ripping the card up, and I'm like, wait, isn't that like, is he like marking the card? Isn't that like usually bad?
Yeah, we actually, before we talk about this, we have another one we do. So if we rip a six, and then the dealer hasn't showed their cards yet, you know, obviously a 7, 8, or 9 beats a 6.
Sure.
Okay, but we like to say 6 and sticks. I don't know why, but like it's to stick it. Like stick the landing and win with a 6.
6, just, you're saying between the two cards?
Well, like if you get like a 10 and a 6 or something. So a 6 is what's known, by the way, here's one more thing that's great about baccarat. A 6 is known as a tiger in Chinese lore. So like if you win with a 6, that's a tiger win.
Oh, I like that.
And so and you can bet on that. There's like a prop bet.
Oh, to win them.
To bet that the banker wins with a 6.
So what's like,
and that pays 50 to 1.
Yeah. Before we get into this, because this is more important. What is like the premier 2 cards to get if I'm in baccarat?
A 9.
A 9. So
2 and 7, 10 and 9.
2 and 7, 10.
4 or 5.
Okay.
3, 6.
10 and 9 meaning a face card and a 9.
Yeah. Or if you're betting banker and you have a prop bet, we do a lot of betting on tigers. We call them tigers.
Here's
another
6. Question. So do the banker and the player have different odds?
The banker has a slight edge.
Why is that if they're both goals is to get to a 9?
So the banker has a slight edge just based on how the rules work if extra cards come out. Like, for example, like when another card comes out, there's just like random like rules on when cards come out.
Yeah.
So the banker has like a minimal edge in the way the house compensates. Because you would just always bet banker then.
Yeah.
So that's an edge over player.
Yeah.
The way the house compensates is if you put $100 on bank and win, they take a 5% commission.
Okay.
So you get paid $95 instead of $100.
They have
but
to
if you
do
bet
that.
player and win, you get $100.
Yeah, okay.
So you get there's like an edge, but it's just all made up. They could just flip a coin. You could literally just be there flipping heads or tails.
When it's like 50-50 game, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like any game at the casino, right? Red or black.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Pretty much flipping a coin.
Okay, so we got the Fuse program here. The Honorable Esteemed Secretary Dan Driscoll launched.
Oh, he was at this event yesterday.
Yeah, and he was a venture capitalist, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically, okay, I want to get your thoughts on this. So we're basically they're claiming to start some sort of venture arm. What did we say? I don't know if you read this, Jack, yet.
To instill venture capitalist thinking into the service's trying and buying practices.
So we designed this program to really adopt a venture capital mindset in terms of how we are identifying tech, how we are doing initial stage prototyping, and then bringing promising technologies to scale. Matt Willis, the Fuse director, said in an interview, we're aiming, once we identify a company or capability, to bring them in and get in the hands of soldiers in 30 to 45 days. Army Labs and 75th Innovation Command will vet what's on offer. Huh. All right. See, I mean, they're trying stuff. I have to see how this plays out.
Yeah. It's positive. There's some action. There's some.
The thing is, one of the challenges I have with one of these types of programs is I actually believe like the front end of this will work. Like they could probably identify companies and be like, all right, we'll give you a contract to like test it. The issue, we were talking about this yesterday on the podcast too, is there's only so many like people, like for Bullfrog is a good example. Like there's only so many like units in the Army, like first cav or something that can like test it. They have the time to test it. So like, let's say if they improve the front door here, I call this the front door.
Yeah.
They improve the front door, they get us some capital, a contract. They also need to improve like the back door of like, okay, now they actually have to like, people have to support the contract and do it.
Yeah.
Do the work, which is like, they're very time constrained because there's only so many people to like test this product or any of these products.
Yeah.
So they have to fit it into that schedule too. So I think they need to, there's probably needs to be something around. It looks like maybe they are.
That's
though.
why it's like you're saying, if you felt like you had strong convictions around solutions, you'd be screaming from the rooftop. I think, especially with your background of serving, like it's just the whole thing is complicated.
Yeah,
right?
it's very complicated. Well, I mean, I was in the nuclear energy part of it, which is the most bureaucratic. Like, there's no startups working with naval reactors.
Yeah,
like we.
Does it still exist today? Or
naval reactor. Yeah, it was just.
But I'm saying out there aren't there like nuclear is a hot.
But not with the U.S. Navy. Though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like small modular reactors.
Yeah,
or like these
like
SMR.
small power pods or something. Like that.
They're terrible. Like whatever. People like the VCs hate when I talk about this, but whatever. The SMRs are just dumb. But anyway, separately from that, in the nuclear Navy, the U.S. Navy, and naval reactors, we have like the primes we work with.
Yeah.
Bechtel, Bettis, like these labs.
Yeah.
These aren't startups. And there's no like startup innovation coming to the U.S. nuclear Navy fleet. Like we work with the same companies for the last 70 years. And that's by design, by the way. I don't think we even really want a startup coming in there and changing the Virginia class submarines.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, and it's the slowest, most bureaucratic part. So I came from like the ultimate pinnacle of bureaucracy. Because the Navy is the most bureaucratic of the branches.
Why is that?
I don't know. And then they just are. And then on top of that, then naval reactors, which is the peak.
you get the next layer of even more.
But it's also there's a reason for that. It's nuclear safety.
Yeah, like I have to imagine like events like Chernobyl, like don't give people a lot of warm and fuzzies of like let's actually break some more. Let's break the rules here. Let's go faster.
Like we've never had a reactor accident in the nuclear Navy, meaning no fission products have escaped the shielding boundary.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
So
and that's probably a testament to all the bells and whistles and the red tape.
We claim 0 reactor accidents, and these are floating warships with nuclear reactors on them.
So help me understand, like, why do ships have, like, why does that exist? Like, why does ships have nuclear reactors? Like, why?
So we can stay underwater forever.
It's just, so it's a function of, it's just a really great energy source.
Diesel cells have to come up and recharge the battery.
Yeah, that makes sense. Recharge the battery, more fuel.
And then go down again. Yeah. And so when they come up and do that, they're spottable, and then you can kill them.
Yeah.
So a nuclear submarine can just sit around. They're only food limited.
Yeah.
Only food. So you pack a shit ton of food on there, you can stay down forever.
So you can be down there for years if you wanted to.
You can really. I mean, the best you can really do with the food limitation is like, I don't even want to say the days. I don't think that's allowed. I always end up like, my co-founder will be like, "You're always saying secret shit, bro." But like, so I can't even. I mean, I really can't even talk about it. But like, the point is,
so you're only food limited though.
You're food limited, and that's and like after the first 2 weeks, you're out of produce. But you can't. I mean, there's a lot of other food. But
yeah.
You get the first 2 weeks of the ship, the food's like,
that's true. You also it's not only a function of how much food you can pack. It's what are the expiration dates on that food.
Yeah. So there's like that. But these submarines, I mean, they can stay underwater a long time, and they do.
Life on a sub has got it. It's just like it has to be. You that's like mental warfare.
I've been on a sub. Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
How long?
The longest I've been on is like 2 weeks.
But by the end of 2 weeks, like, were you losing or are you? I
mean, I had a couple boyfriends by the end of it, and whatever.
How many people are on the sub with you?
I mean, it's a lot of dudes. It's fast. I mean, I think
Are you
it's
allowed
like,
to say this?
yeah.
Like 40,
Google
50?
it. Let's see if we have it. Let's see if Google has it. Let's see if I'm allowed to say it. How many people on a fast attack submarine do like fast attack? Because there's boomers and there's fast attacks.
What's a boomer submarine?
Boomers just sit around and drive.
Nuclear weapons?
Yeah, they have the nuclear weapons. The big subs. Here we go. 140 personnel. That's about right. I was gonna say 180.
So the like the ones that are down there, like the boomers, like they're just down there like collecting data. Like
No, they just are sitting there with the nuclear bombs, waiting to launch them.
Okay. These guys got nuclear bombs too.
No, fast attacks do other things, like drop seals off out of the missile tubes. Or, they swim up the river and.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they do other missions.
Yeah.
Reconnaissance, ISR.
So this guy will these things will shoot people out of them, like in the
like
in the sense of you can come out of them and then you go.
Or like a little sub will
mission.
detach from it and then you'll go up this river or whatever.
Like Call of Duty,
like a little lifeboat or something.
Yeah. You ever watch The Rock? You know how the seals go in under the water? Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So imagine you
like
drive some seals over to a harbor.
Yeah.
And then they come out of the sub and then they go up the river. Then they go assassinate someone and they come back.
Pretty badass. So like when Anduril, like the dives, they bought like dive. They have some like underwater stuff. Like what is their aspiration to make stuff?
Oh, the dive LD.
Is there aspiration? Do you think to make like bigger? Like
you're pretty
like
well versed in defense tech, huh? You could be like a co-host.
Sometimes.
I mean, you know all kinds of shit, more than just the Zulu Pod.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know as much as you though.
Sponsored by Zulu Pod.
Like, I don't even know the point of why submarines have nuclear energy.
I mean,
but now I do.
I'm the preeminent podcast host of the industry. Of course, I know the most. Like, I study this.
So, what is your like? So you take like Aneril's product lines. Like, do you like? Is that the baby version of them trying to get to go?
They're trying to make autonomous submarines. Like
they don't actually want any. They don't have any people. They don't have any people on the.
Yeah. So the big one is the new one is Ghost Shark.
Yeah, Ghost Shark.
Ghost Shark.
Yeah, they're going to deliver some to the Australian Air Force, Navy, right?
Not
Air Force.
I don't like sharks, but this is the Ghost Shark. They deliver these to the Australian. Again.
So could you have like? Isn't autonomous? Maybe this is a dumb question. I don't really know. Whatever. I'll ask it anyway. So could you have an autonomous? Like, there's nothing that stops you from having an autonomous boomer sub or one of those other ones, right?
That big?
Is it like is there limitations in terms of actually trying to design and build it?
Well, you have to power it
in its usefulness.
So I mean, if you have a nuclear reactor on one of those, like an autonomous one, with that'd be pretty hard because you have to control the control rods in the nuclear reactor to like manage the amount of fission going on. And you manage the power.
You can't do that without people.
Well, not that I can think of, because you can't communicate with it externally because the ocean will attenuate any sort of signal. You can't when it's deep. Yeah, so I think it'd be hard. This though, I'm sure it's powered by some sort of battery.
Yeah, like an electric motor or something like that.
Yeah, like electric motor.
Yeah,
but I don't know what this is for really. I think it's for like dropping payload. I'm not sure. It looks like there's a huge bay there that has payloads that open up, like the door opens up or something, and it does something. I'm assuming if the Australian government bought $1.8 billion of these, I'm assuming this does some sort of mission. I mean,
well said. Well said. No, it must do something.
You would be surprised though,
with some of the things that are bought and their usefulness.
I mean, bro, I make an autonomous payload, and like we work with autonomous vehicle makers, like the ground vehicles, and like a lot of these ground vehicle guys are like just getting it to work, to drive on the ground.
Yeah,
they hadn't even really thought about like the full mission yet. What are we gonna put on this thing now that we have it driving?
Yeah.
One step at a time, bro. One step at a time.
Let's just get this thing to go forward and go in reverse. Then we'll figure out the other stuff later.
All right. While we're talking here, since you're so well versed,
we got some chips here.
Yeah, where's your coin?
Are we playing? I didn't know.
No, these are like pogs.
Yeah.
Slammers.
Yeah, that's a good. I remember that.
These are the coins. You need to get a coin for your company.
Yeah, I got to get one of those.
I hate these things.
What were you gonna?
Oh, I was gonna ask about. 3D printing.
3D printing.
Where are you at on that? Since you're well versed in defense.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I think it's an interesting topic in the sense of like I'll talk to some people about 3D printing, like, oh, that's great, it's scalable. it's gonna save manufacturing. And then you talk to some other folks, and they're like, it'll never scale, like subtractive manufacturing.
Well, what do you know about rocket fuel and stuff, like jet, like the 3D printing fuel,
like Firehawk and Will? I
Will,
know
your boy.
Yeah, I know Will. Yeah. We're buddies. I'm not smart. I don't know enough of like to even comment about like, is it scalable? Is it the future? Like, I have to think that.
I had his competitor on.
Oh, really?
Expo.
So,
did that air yet? Expo?
Like, I will say
this week.
It definitely breaks my brain to think about this idea, because I think about 3D printing. I think about like plastic 3D printing or metal like 3D printing, right? So this idea of 3D printing a fluid or something like that, or the equivalent of a fluid, breaks my brain. I'm like, wait, how do you print water?
No, I think it's like a solid.
But I don't know enough about like rock. Yeah, it's actually not it's solid rocket fuel, right?
Yeah. I think that there's probably an application there. I have no idea. I just wanted to know. I thought you might know.
I mean, it looks like they're launching stuff and they're doing flights. They're launching rockets, so it must work.
Well, they're like kind of picks and shovels too, though. They're like, aren't they like doing your kind of strategy of like providing it to the people who make rockets?
No, but I think actually they are developing
solid rocket motors.
Solid rocket motors.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going beyond just the developing or. But I bet you that's a part of the long game of like, let's get really good at 3D printing fuel, and then we can also sell that to all the rocket companies.
Yeah, I got to get him on he was supposed to come on the podcast a couple times, but he keeps canceling.
Yeah, I'll have to give him a little kick to
yeah, for sure.
What was his? So who's his like competitor? What's the
Crossbow Expo Systems?
And so what? How do they?
It's the same, like similar.
Also 3D printing rocket fuel.
They have other techniques too. They're not just doing the 3D printing. I think they had like he showed me his other. They have another process.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know the exact process.
Interesting. Yeah. What they've will like I catch up with them here and there, but like they're always it looks like they just got a nice chunk of money from the state of Oklahoma.
They're rocking it. Yeah. Are you doing a congressional strat?
We've got some money for in this appropriations bill right now.
How'd you do that?
We hired a lobbying team, and we were on Capitol Hill. Our president was on Capitol Hill a pretty good amount. So there's like $4.5 million in the appropriations.
Let's go. Let's
bucket get it. For loss of lubrication dollars. So hopefully, fingers crossed that
let's have him pass the budget.
CR,
if you stay here tonight, we can probably go to Georgetown and find some government officials and make them pass that budget.
So we need that, man. I need that cheddar.
We do. I mean, we need it for America.
Yeah,
for sure. All right. Well,
I mean, they got to be able to figure they got to be able to figure this shit out.
All right, let's wrap here. This is actually sick. This is one of our best. Oh, great.